Okay, here we are at Twin Oaks Valley Road. And we're going to go up to the top of Double Peak Park, which is about 3 miles down the road, up to the top. Here we go. We're going to cross over the 78 freeway. This is Saturday, May the 2nd, 2015. The traffic is moderate, it being a Saturday morning, about 10:30 a.m. Okay, we've passed Barham. To the right is a little shopping center. It's called the Campus Marketplace, and to the left is the campus of the University of California State, San Marcos. This is Craven Road ahead. There are lots of students around here, maybe 10,000, 20,000, some enormous number. We're ascending from maybe 500 feet to the top of Double Peak Park, which is 1,640 feet in the space of a couple miles. So it's a pretty good grade. This is a burn zone from the Cocos fire a year ago. It's growing back. It's still missing its bushes. The bushes are still burnt black, but the new growth, flowers, bushes, are starting to come back a year later. My ears are now popping. We've come up almost 1,000 feet. The temperature drops about 2 or 3 degrees from the bottom of the hill to the top of the park. Today is not a bad day for temperature. Yesterday it was 90 degrees, unusual for the beginning of May. Today is cooler, on a cooling trend. It was about 76 degrees just a couple minutes ago and 1,000 feet ago. When we get to the top, the temperature will be about 74 degrees. This is the ocean ahead of us. We're descending slightly towards San Elijo Hills. a suburb of San Marcos, still a part of the city so far as I know. To the right here, we're going to turn right into the park. We're going to turn right on Double Peak Drive. And go up to Double Peak Park. So this last leg will go up another couple hundred feet in altitude. To the left is the Atherton Estates, a new development built within the last couple of years. And everything is changing very rapidly. We now have homes that didn't exist here, probably 1,000 homes on these mountain slopes. They seem like they've been here forever, but they're just built. There's Altair to the left. Wasn't even here a year ago. These homes cost nearly $1 million, and it's understandable because of all the tremendous, unbelievable effort to build them on these mountainsides. This is Ridgeland Court to the right. We're going through the gates, which are closed and locked at sunset when it gets dark until sunrise. This is a free park from the city of San Marcos. It cost them millions of dollars to build this park, and it's free to the people, to all the people, not just San Marcos, to all the people, courtesy of the people who are building here. Part of their $1 million homes go to pay for the infrastructure of the city of San Marcos. And we're very grateful for that. Here's a water tank that holds fresh water for the people in this community. It's a huge tank, so it probably will hold enough water for a couple 100,000 homes. Looks like we're heading up into the sky. We're almost there. We've dropped down in temperature to 71 degrees, according to the car thermometer. It's a hazy day. And here's the sign, Double Peak Park. Let's turn left and take a look at the skyline. Not that many people here yet. The day is young. It's only 10:30 or so. By noon, we'll probably have a lot of people, tourists from all over the world. I met people here from Hungary, and they even complimented me, saying that I pronounced Budapest the way it should be pronounced instead of Budapest. Now there's the skyline. Looks like a bit of smog. It's a little tinge of brown, but maybe that's just fog instead of smoke. We can't see too well out to sea. You can barely see the skyline here because of the haze. I'm going to continue around to give a little panoramic view. There I did a 360, and there's the trees, two trees at the top of the park, the very top. Bit of a breeze. It's very nice up here when it's a bit hot and humid down below. Quite often it's breezy and cool up here. Now let's look down into the homes. Beautiful, magnificent mountain ranges as far as the eye can see, getting progressively higher and higher. You can see the faint haze of the really high mountains. I don't know their altitude, somewhere between 5,000 and 10,000 feet. Our mountains here, the ones you're looking at, the twin peaks or double peaks, are about 1,600 feet. Some people wouldn't call them mountains, but I do. They're close to the ocean, which is at 0 feet altitude, so that's a 2,000, almost 2,000 foot rise. That's pretty amazing. The caretaker cottage is on the left, and they keep this place clean and organized. We have some of the city trucks, maintenance trucks, water trucks, irrigation trucks, landscapers, gardeners. It takes a lot to keep these beautiful parks running. San Marcos has many parks, all very beautiful. They must have 20 parks now, and each one is unique and beautiful in its own right. Okay, now we're going to descend. This will just be a quick introduction to Double Peak Park. On my YouTube site, you will see between 6 and 10 videos walking through the park, including up to the top. Under RebbleRouser, one word, purposely misspelled because the real RebbleRouser was taken by YouTube user. So my RebbleRouser spelling is RebbleRouser. Type that in the search line at YouTube and you'll come up with more than 60 of my videos, many of which are of this park, Double Peak Park, and some of them are other parks. Some of them are the ocean at Carlsbad. Now, isn't that incredible? A whole city down below us, much of which did not exist 20 years ago. It was all cactus and coyotes. But this is North County, San Diego, North County, growing tremendously fast. The best weather in the continental United States. Perpetual springtime. And if you have the money and are willing to pay for it, this is a wonderful place on earth to live. If you rent here, if you can't afford to buy $1 million house with a $4,000 a month payment, you can rent here. An apartment is about $1,500 a month for a small one-bedroom, and more like $4,000 a month for a large 3-bedroom. But there are many professionals who do qualify: doctors, lawyers, firefighters, policemen, municipal workers, government workers, who have $100,000 a year income that can afford this. I say go for it. It's a wonderful lifestyle. And if you don't have money, if you're a ordinary citizen, you can somehow make do if you search and lower your expectations. You can find some place to stay here. If you love the area, you won't mind putting up with a little tiny cramped apartment. And if you're really poor, you will get an old mobile home and just park it everywhere, different place each night, and you will be happy. Okay, there it is, San Elijo Road. We've gone up to Double Peak Park. We're going back. These trees are quite large now, quite tall. A few years ago, of course, as I keep saying, they didn't exist. This highway didn't exist. 10 years ago, this was not here. Nothing. To the right is another new housing development. Prime location because it's across the street from the fire department. And this is a very flammable area. They have denuded the mountains to a point, gotten rid of the flammable brush, and done the best they can. But these mountains have many years of no fires, 20 years, 100 years, and the brush is thick and dangerous. To the right is a new school, San Elijo School, made of concrete. This will be safe refuge. This is Double Peak School, kindergarten to 8th grade, and this will be a refuge for the community should the need arise to evacuate your home community. As we descend the mountain, it's easy to go 70 miles an hour, and you have to lean on your brakes a little bit. You can see the person to the left is paying attention. I'm already going 60 miles an hour. With people right in my tail, they want to go 90 miles an hour no matter what. No matter what. If they're in a 25 zone, they'll go 90. If they're in a 90 zone, they'll go 90. That's just the nature of these beasts. Okay, we're descending. My ears are popping again. We are now entering a 45 mile an hour zone. Not that very many people pay attention to that. I'm doing 45. The only one on the road doing 45. Beautiful apartments to the right, and apartments for students. Beautiful restaurants. Campus Point on Village Drive. All new, all new. And here we are descending Twin Oaks, and our little trip to Double Peak Park is concluded for now.